Hey everyone, Charlene Ortiz here. I'm doing another car video, and my car videos are actually inspired by authentic hogwash. So girl, if you're watching this, you kind of inspired me that it's okay to do car videos, because I really enjoy watching yours, because I care, you know, about what you have to say, and I love listening to what you have to say. So I don't really care that you're in your car, so I thought, why don't I do it? Because again, it's convenient, kills two birds with one stone. But I'm going to ramble for a bit, so I'm going to put a timestamp when I get to the Amberlyn commentary, because that's what this video is about. But I'm just leaving my doctor's office, and I'm on my way to get my prescription. Then I'm going to drive tonight after that. And in Nevada, if you want to get narcotic pain medication, you have to see a pain management doctor. And that's like the law, and it kind of sucks, but I love my doctor. I absolutely adore her. She is just the cutest, most beautiful, like stylish doctor I've ever had. She's just, I love her. Anyway, yesterday I had a rough day. I got up really late because I was really sick on Wednesday, the day before. And I hate getting up really late. And when I say really late, I mean like 1 in the afternoon. You know, I'm not talking like 10 o'clock. And I absolutely hate getting up that late. But I had slept horribly the night before, worse than normal. And I got some kind of flu or something. I don't know what it was, but luckily it went away pretty quick. Like, it didn't really develop into a full-fledged flu or anything like that. But yesterday was a really rough day. I did push myself to go to the gym and exercise, and I didn't eat anything because I had gotten up so late. And when I went to the gym and I started working out, I started feeling really faint, and I had forgotten I didn't eat anything. And I know that sounds weird, but because of the way I am with my digestive system, and my eating is weird, and it's not like a normal person, because, you know, half my digestive system is gone. And that's one reason I hate it when I start to get chest pain, because then I can't eat for several days. And if I can't eat, I can't do the workouts that I need to do, because I am legitimately addicted to my workouts. I have to do them. And if I don't, I feel like I'm going to have a panic attack. My body hurts even more than it does. Even though it hurts to do the workout, when I'm done, like, it feels so much better. But anyway, I get so frustrated when I can't eat for a couple of days, because it messes up my appetite, and then it's hard for me to get back to eating again, and my energy levels go down, and I have my pain levels go up, and it's just bad. It's just a bad cycle. But I'm feeling better today, yesterday, but I did feel better after my workout yesterday. I always do. And today I went running with Joey, and he loves to go running, and it's been colder than normal in Vegas. We've had the weirdest winter and the weirdest spring. Usually by this time of the year, it's like 80 degrees. It's already starting to get kind of warm, but it's like 60 degrees today, and windy, which makes it feel even colder. So it's been really weird weather. It's definitely different than LA. The wintertime is definitely different than LA. Doesn't get that cold in the wintertime. It can sometimes, but not really. But Vegas, the desert, it gets way colder, a lot colder than LA does in the winter. So our girl, Amberlyn, is trying to redeem herself, and looks like she's on the path of repentance. But I just want everybody to proceed with caution when it comes to encouraging her and supporting her at this point. Personally, I think it's all an act. I think it's all bullshit. I think it's all a lie. And she's panicking because she lost subscribers, and now, you know, she's trying to save face, do damage control, and get subscribers back, and also inspire new subscribers to subscribe. And you know what? when I saw her last video, I actually saw it on Justine's channel, because that's pretty much my go-to. It's usually the first video that I see, because she actually watches the video. She actually puts it up. Although Shaquana Jefferson is my favorite channel. Because I just love how she is, that she just doesn't give a shit, and she just says what she thinks, and she says the truth, you know. But I adore Justine as well. But so anyway, I was watching her video, and you know, this is just typical addict behavior. Typical addict behavior. I personally have addictive tendencies. My husband does. My dad was an addict. I have uncles that are addicts. So I've been around addiction, struggled with it myself, and I've dealt with it for many, many years, or throughout my whole life. And this is classic addict behavior. When somebody in their family, they see that their family or their loved ones, the people around them they depend on, are getting fed up. They see that their lifeline or their cash flow might be diminishing, and so now they're not going to have the food and or the funds and the resources to get their drug, whatever it is, and they put on an act like they're repentant, like they've changed, like everything's good now, even though they haven't gone through any kind of therapy, haven't gone through any kind of rehab, have done absolutely nothing to help improve their psychological and mental health, which is what is causing them to go to the addiction. And people buy it, start supporting them again, and bam, they end up right back in their addiction, because now they had the means again, they have the funds, and that is exactly what's happening. Exactly what's happening. I would bet my life on it right now. And I really want to urge everybody, don't buy into it. Don't buy into it. The only way that she is truly going to stop and truly get the help she needs, which is intense psychiatric care, inpatient care, medically supervised weight loss program, the only way she is going to get that is if she sees a dramatic decrease in her income. Dramatic. And that's not going to happen if people keep flocking to her channel and supporting her and buying the fact that she's changed. I mean, we've seen her behavior for the past 5 years. We've seen this before. That's why I love Sabine Davis's channel. The thumbnail that she put on her last video, where there's like 5 pictures of Amberlyn crying, what do you call it, a screenshot of all the videos where she's cried and said, oh, I get it now, I don't know why I do this, and blah blah blah. And now I will say that when she does have these breakdowns, these fake breakdowns, when she says things like, I don't know why I'm like this, I don't know how to stop, I don't know how to change, I believe that. I believe that she probably does believe that, and she does think about that. I'm sure she does. I'm sure she thinks about, why am I like this? I'm 600 pounds, 600 pounds, 600 pounds, and how can you not wonder what is wrong with you and how you got yourself there? Of course you're going to wonder. Of course, I'm sure she wakes up every day, looks at her body that looks like a melting blob. And I'm not trying to be mean, but it does. When you get to that weight, that's what it looks like. It looks deformed. Becky, it looks horrible. I mean, she's just looking worse and worse every time I see her, looking bigger and bigger and more deformed. We are not meant to look like that. We are not meant to look like that. I'm not saying we all have to look like little, size 2. I'm not saying that, but we are not meant to be 500-600 pounds. Our frame is not meant to sustain that. And I'm sure, when she looks at herself every day, I'm sure it goes through her mind, like look what I've done. Like, look what my life has created. But it's not enough for her to stop going for her addiction. And the other problem with her, it's not just the addiction. With some people, it's their main issue is the addiction. And if they got their addiction together, they would be able to have a normal life. But, you know, in essence, they're good people that for the most part are stable and are loving and kind, and you know, if they can get off of that, you know, they can go on to be wonderful people and live amazing lives. But for her, it goes beyond the addiction. You know, she has a lot of narcissistic characters. For some reason, she has a complete lack of empathy for the people around her. She's incredibly manipulative, a compulsive liar. And yes, when people are in an addictive state, they do lie in order to get what they want, but they only lie about situations that are involved with their addiction. They only lie to get what they want, and to convince people, you know, you're not gonna, if you give me this money, it's not going to go to drugs, or if you help me, I won't go to drugs. Like that's what they'll lie about. But she lies about stuff that, number one, she doesn't have to lie about. Number two, has nothing to do with her addiction, but is strictly for attention. And obviously the rape allegation is the biggest lie that she's ever told, that we know of. Who knows, there could be worse ones. But you know what, guys, in the past 5 years, with the behavior that we've seen of her, how can we possibly believe that she has turned a new leaf and has gotten zero psychiatric help? Zero. She hasn't seen a doctor. She says she called a bariatric surgeon. I don't know. Honest, I don't know. Again, I call bullshit. I call bullshit on that. But we won't know until, you know, she is at a doctor's office, or we see her getting ready for surgery. I mean, we're not really going to know. And she doesn't understand that a bariatric surgery is incredibly expensive. She's thinking, oh, you know, I'm just going to pay for the surgery. No, you have to pay for the follow-up and the aftercare. And it's, you know, it's not just you pay for the surgery. It's not like getting breast implants, you know, like, it's not like that, you know, like, it's not like you pay, you know, whatever amount of money, they put the implants in, you need maybe one follow-up appointment and that's it. It's not like that. And she honestly thinks that I know that that's what she's thinking when she called to say, how much is the surgery? I know that that's what she was thinking. But anyway, I just, again, you know, for us to believe that she has changed and she's turned a new leaf and we need to support her now is absolutely ludicrous, when she's done absolutely nothing. The only reason she's changed is because there was a consequence to her behavior. It's not because she feels like she's ready to change or she feels like she needs to change. That's not why. So, you know, I know my video, or me doing this, I'm such a small channel. I don't know how many people will see it. Most of the people watching it are probably people that have already unsubscribed, probably people that agree with me. But either way, hopefully, you know, more people will see it, you know, than maybe I'm expecting or what have you, and will consider what I'm saying, you know, and unsubscribing, because you know, the unfortunate thing is that people are going to keep subscribing. The reality is she's most likely not going to change, because she has the funds to indulge in her addiction, and it doesn't look like that's going to be ending for her anytime soon. So the reality is that she's going to die. Whether she consciously wants to die, or whether she just dies because of complications from being 600 pounds, she's going to die, and it's going to be soon. And there's really nothing we can do to stop it. And she's not doing anything to stop it, you know, because either she's in denial or she doesn't care. I, again, personally think she doesn't care. And so I really, you know, don't see a good ending for this, again, simply because she just has the means. Like the people on My 600 Pound Life, one of the reasons they go on My 600 Pound Life is because, you know, most of them are not in a good financial state. And so, because, you know, they're not making, you know, thousands of dollars a month just doing nothing, because a lot of them have children, or, you know, they're just in a position or a situation where they have to change because they're really seeing their life fall apart. That's not her. That's not her. And that's why those people, I think, go on that show. Because to go on that show takes, in my opinion, takes a lot of courage, because, you're exposing a very, very vulnerable aspect of your life. But these people that go on that show are not where Amberlyn is at. They're in a very different place, where they have hit their rock bottom. She has not. She won't hit her rock bottom until the money that she is making is taken from her, until she loses that. That's the only way. The worst thing that can happen to an addict is to have a lot of money. That's the worst thing that can happen to an addict. And that's one reason why I love Shaquana Jefferson. And I love, there's so many reaction channels that I love, but I really like her. And thank you for the shout out the other day, girl. I was really encouraged by that. But one reason I love her is because she calls it every single time. Every single time. When Amberlyn's doing something, that, especially when she's doing something where she's trying to show that she's going to change, Shannon will always call it, that she's going to do a crying video, she's going to do a mukbang, or she's going to, she calls it every single time. And why is that? The reason she's able to do that is because she's an addict, and she understands the behavior of an addict. And that's why it's so obvious to people like her and people like me what's going to happen next. So anyway, guys, just give it time. She's going to start going back, to her normal behavior, her normal self-destructive behavior. It might take a little bit longer than it normally does, because this time she has to do serious damage control. And it's going to take her a while to kind of clean up the mess that she made with losing all those subscribers. But I guarantee you, now that people are subscribing back to her channel, she's going to say, whoo, that worked. Thank God. Back to my normal bullshit now. Back to me, doing mukbangs. Back to the destructive behavior and me not giving a shit. That's exactly what's going to happen. So anyway, like I said, that video is coming. It might be a few months from now, might be a year from now, but it's going to be soon, where Becky's going to do a post or a video saying Amberlyn has died, and it's over. And it's going to be because, well, not just because, I'm not saying that YouTube is the reason, that is solely the reason why she's destroying her life. But again, it has given her the means to indulge in this addiction. And again, the worst thing that can happen to an addict is to have a lot of money. That's somebody that is in the midst of the addiction. That's the worst thing that can happen. We see it with a lot of lottery winners. We see it with celebrities. If they already struggled with some type of addiction, now they're wealthy, now they have money, and what happens, we find out they overdosed, because now they had the money to get whatever they wanted. And people around them that wouldn't tell them no, and that's exactly where Amberlyn is at. She has the money she needs to get what she wants, and people around her that won't tell her no. So, all right, guys, well, I'm going to get my prescription. So those are my thoughts. What do you guys think? Do you believe her? Do you think it's real, or do you think it's just a ploy? Do you think it's just an act? I know we want to be hopeful. I understand why people want to be hopeful. I get it. But I don't see it. So yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Sorry for the glare. The sun is setting, and I hate the way it glares every time it's setting. So, okay, well, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I appreciate your time and attention. Remember, take care of yourself, protect yourself physically and emotionally. Don't forget, your health is your most valuable asset.